Hello guys, anybody out there? It seems I've clicked 360 mode, which I didn't even know was on there. I had VR mode and 360 mode clicked. Whatever the hell that does. Don't know what it does. I've never used it. Let's make sure we're not in private. And we're on public view, hopefully. Itchy head. Let's see if Peter comes back on. He can tell me if it's working or not. Hopefully it is. View live stream in your browser. Go on then, let's have a look. Let's see if the aspect ratio is okay and everything's working. Itchy head. Let's see if Peter comes back on. He can out of focus. If it's working or not. No, hopefully it is. Okay. That's funny. I'm watching the video of the video. Okay, let me just text Peter and see if that's okay. See if it's about. Can you pop on and check it's okay? Peter Mountain, hello Peter. Looks okay to me now. Sorry about that. I didn't even know there was a 360 mode. Hello John, how you doing mate? You okay? It seems I've been doing a video in 360 mode and VR mode, which is interesting because I didn't even know those buttons were there. But anyway, my bad, my apologies. So let's get back to where we were before. How's the audio? Is it too loud? Too many mice. So I've got 2 mice and 2 keyboards. So we'll start again, seeing as I've made a hash of the last video. So we have a brand new Mac Mini M1 with Big Sur, which has just updated itself to 11.2.2. Hello Peter. Yeah, that's okay. Hello Peter. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't know it had a 360 mode, but there you go. So we have a Mac Mini M1, 8GB of RAM, 256 hard drive. I'll go through what I've purchased to go with it. We have a G-Tech drive. No, we don't. We have a G drive, not G-Tech. They make Hoovers, don't they? Which is, what is it? It is a 2GB audio fine. Thank you very much, John. I've just tried loading up, I'll just try playing with my Sony mic, and that, even though it's got a 90° and a something else degree audio mode, delightfully picks up, I don't know what it picks up. It picks up the fan noise of the PC that's hidden under the desk, which I use for streaming, which is a little bit annoying, but anyway. Yeah, so I've been purchasing a few things apart from the Mac Mini. I've purchased a G drive, which is, it kindly says, a USB-C drive which connects to the Thunderbolt port on the back of the Mini. So theoretically it should give me a high-speed drive. It doesn't, but that's what it should do. We're connected to LAN, not Wi-Fi at the mo. What else we've got? Bluetooth. So we've got an Apple keyboard and mouse, which is what I use for my other Macs. And I've bought a USB extender, which connects also to the Thunderbolt port to give me SD card, TF card, and various USBs and other outputs for video, which I'll probably never use. But anyway, so that's what we've bought. That's what I've bought, as well as the Mac Mini. So it's a 256 hard drive, whatever it's called. Let's have a look. System report. Where is it? An NVMe drive, 251 gigabyte, and some miscellaneous nonsense numbers. So what I wanted to do, now I know this is essentially a mobile chipset that they've put into this Mac Mini. So it's, if you like, it's a big iPhone or a big iPad or whatever else you want to call it. So we'll do a few little drive tests. We're on drive. What drive are we on? Oh, never mind massive files. What drive are we on? We're on select target drive. Okay. So the target drive is, presumably with all that nonsense, that would be C drive in old money. Share stream. Cancel. So this will be the built-in SSD. So we have enormous speed, 3000 megabyte write and more or less 2000 megabyte read. So it goes like stink, which is fine. Okay, don't wear my drive out. I do a select target drive. But annoyingly, if I go to my Thunderbolt drive, which is all this nonsense, we get about 130. No, we don't. We get about 108. So I'm going to read what the manufacturer says that drive is supposed to do, because I'll be interested in comparing. So we've got a write speed of 112 and a read of 120 something, 124. I don't know. I expected better, to be honest. I might unplug it and stick it in USB 3, see what the speed rate is on that. But anyway, so that's that. Geekbench. When it loads. Have you loaded? Where are you? Where's Geekbench? Come on, Geekbench. Oof, quality stuff. Don't last forever, does it? Quit. What's it doing? Oh, there we go. Later, I'm not buying it. So we have a Mac Mini, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Device is a 3.2 gigahertz ARM processor, or an M1 processor, as Apple likes to call it, with built-in this, that, and a little bit of the other. So let's run a benchmark. As we said earlier, benchmarks are perhaps the most boring thing on earth, but we'll run a video test in a moment. I mean, back in the PC days, it used to be, what was it? PC, what was it? PC Mark? I can't remember now. Underwater scenes and racing cars and all that sort of stuff. Now, there's no, you know, I don't think anyone's going to say these CPUs are going to trounce Intel, but what they will do is give them a bloody good run for their money for a fraction of the price. So it'd be nice to see what happens with these Apple CPUs, see how they progress. Because if this is the first generation, it's pretty impressive. I did install Office a little earlier, Microsoft Office, and I was, oh, that's my active desktop changing to nighttime. Pretty accurate. It is just getting dark. Yeah, 3D Mark, PC Mark, that was it, John. Yeah, 3D Mark, that was it. I used to run that thing all the time. 3D Mark 2000, 2001, 2002, and so on and so forth. Blimey, those are the days. Changing your graphics card every 5 minutes to try and get one a little bit faster. I don't miss those days, to be honest. Structures from motion, speech recognition. So this is supposed to have the, whatever it is, neural engine and all that sort of thing in it, whatever that means. Okay, so a single core score of 1749 and a multi-core score of 7675. Now I know from the previous stream I made a mess of 5 minutes ago that is about an equivalent of an Intel i9 geekbench CPU score processor. So we are, what are we? Oh, we are multi-core 7675. 7675. Let's have a look. Oh, a little bit too far. Multi-core. So 7675 is 7675, 7693. There we go. It's sort of in or around an i9 9900. Peter Mount, I got one of these last month. Not had much time to play with it, but it does seem to be pretty fast on what I've done so far. It is pretty fast. I mean, the Macs I've got downstairs are they're getting on a bit now. They're sort of, I don't know what they are, 2014, 2015 machines. They're getting quite elderly. And this thing wipes the floor with it. I did a little bit of video editing last night on Imovie. I haven't bought Final Cut Pro. I did have it years ago, but it no longer works. Yeah, it goes like stink. It installed Office in about, I don't know, 4 minutes, and when it started installing, it said 30-minute install time, and it was done in 4. Now, Microsoft have always got their timings a little bit skew-whiffed, but yeah, it goes like stink. So that's Geekbench. It's fair to say it's an i9 sort of, that neck of the woods. Applications, and let's run. We'll run Graphics Bench Metal. Now this is a graphics test that you can run on your iPhone, your iPad. I'm not sure if there's a PC version, to be honest. Are we going to do them all? Oh, we'll do them all and see. We'll keep on going till we get bored. My chair's just lowered itself down for no obvious reason. Now I don't know what the resolution is of this. This is all the standard settings. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. Some sort of a shiny robot. You've just ordered a MacBook, haven't you, John? Didn't you say? I bought Joanna a MacBook M1 Air, so I could get the 2015 MacBook Air for music production. Still prefer the Mac, even a slow one, for that over PC. Yeah, there's a reason why people like their Macs. Yeah, video. I mean, the Mac is video editing and sound editing, really. In the olden days, it used to be desktop publishing, didn't it? It used to go on and on about the bloody font and all that nonsense. John McDermott, was that the extra pie you had? I wish it was. I could eat a pie, actually. A nice pie, but lovely. Yeah, this chair, I've got a reclining chair, well, not a reclining chair, a gaming, whatever it is, an office chair. Sprung loaded, it's got lots of levers and things. It's quite nice and comfy. And I've had it probably 2 years now. It's just started now. If I lean back in a certain position, it will lower itself to its lowest setting. And then I jack it back up, sit on it again, and it just goes back down again. So it's quite irritating, but I'm loath to buy another one, as I spent so much money on this one. What I might do is just stick a Jubilee clip on it, stop the bloody thing going up and down. I don't need to go down, it's always at its maximum height. Why do I need to go down? And the silly thing is, it's not actually depressing the lever on top of the whatever it is, shock absorber thing, gas strut. So I don't know why it's going down. These are boring, aren't they? These bloody things. Yeah, I keep seeing benchmarks for Aztec something or other, Aztec Ruins. So I thought, well, I'll run some Aztec Ruins demos and see what it does. So there will be at some point an Aztec ruin popping up on this thing, if it ever gets to it before boredom sets in. I did when I clicked on Office, Microsoft Office, to install it. It's the Office that I've got on my previous Mac, and it popped up on the Rosetta 2 installing, which is the emulation layer that they had on the old Macs for PowerPC, if you remember, Rosetta. Oh, there we go, the girl on a motorcycle. The Mac is moving back to custom chips, etc., like what it was best for DTP, music and video. Moving to Intel stuffed all that, especially now that the software is pretty much the same. Yeah. R16 is it quicker than an Amiga 500? No, nothing's quicker than an Amiga 500. What a silly question. You shouldn't ask that. The Amiga, nothing's faster than an Amiga. Yeah, I mean, effectively the Mac is turning to custom chipsets, so it's becoming, yeah, like you say, like what it was all those years ago in the 90s, like the Amiga was. The PC has never had custom chipsets, but that's why it was a success, wasn't it? I'm not quite sure what this is. Some technical bods will tell me. Oh, it's a blah de blah de blah de blah. But it's quite interesting to look at. It doesn't actually say what it's doing. But I ran this test on my old Mac downstairs. I ran it on my phone, and I ran it on this Mac. And it's quite funny. My Mac downstairs, which has a discrete graphics card, it's got a whatever it is, 2 GB NVIDIA something or other, and it's got choppy frame rates on certain stages. On this stage, I think, where the monster comes, which you'll see in a moment, it's very Tomb Raider-esque. But my mobile phone, my iPhone XR, didn't have a choppy frame rate, and neither does this, but my Intel machine with the 2 GB NVIDIA card does. Now, whether it does any tricks or not to like lower resolutions, I don't know. But I'd like to think it's every installation will have the same settings. Come on, Laura, you can do it. There you go. Ooh. Whew, that was close. It's got a little bit of screen tearing. Yeah, that's where it was slowing down on the NVIDIA card. Is it NVIDIA or ATI or whatever Macs have? I don't know what it is. I don't play games anymore, not big games anyway, so I don't pay attention to graphics cards. I don't think there's any point continuing with this. We've seen the Aztec ruins scene, so I'll press escape if it'll let me. Okay, let's see what we've got. Aztec ruins is what, 60 frames a second. Aztec ruins 1440p cancelled. Oh, low level tests, texturing, driver overhead, whatever that means. Now, I did run this test this morning, so we can just flick through here and see it in a little bit more detail. Aztec ruins. So we have high tier, 60 frames a second. High tier at 1440p is 81 frames a second. Okay. Normal tier is 215 frames a second. Car chase, 60. This won't mean anything, obviously, unless you've got a Mac to run a comparable test on. But from what I can see, everything runs quite nice and everything runs fine. No jerkiness, no messing about, all good. So that's a success as far as I'm concerned. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes, please. Thank you. Now I don't have anything to play with in much games or anything because I don't play games very much. And that wasn't the intent of the stream. I just wanted to run a few little benchmarks. Data bus bottleneck on the Intel Mac probably. Yep, could well be. Could well be. It's a reasonably fast graphics card, or was back in the olden days, reasonably fast. The only issue is with any of these things, escape if you can. Escape if you can? Oh, yeah, escape if you can. This looks like Limbo. The sort of thing I'd like and play for hours. But yeah, the driver's seat. No demo. Oh, Dirt 4. Be fearless. Well, I am fearless. That'll get me a copyright strike straight away. F1 Racing. Downloaded this game. However, I've also changed my computer to Apple with the Pro laptop, blah blah blah. Yeah, oh well. So yeah, that was it. It's just I just wanted to do a little quick test and show everyone the Mac Mini running, rather than me just posting pictures of nothingness. Categories. The next big thing will be running, I guess. I mean, Imovie. This is fully loaded. Well, it's not fully loaded. I've just deleted the video file, which is a little bit annoying. But the fact it can load up in seconds is quite impressive. My old Mac, just opening Imovie. It's not fast by any stretch of the imagination. Let's open it again. It's not instant, but it's pretty good. Not a fair test, there's not a lot of video in there. What else have we got to show this thing working? Probably not a lot. Like I say, I only got the machine on Friday, so I've installed practically nothing. John, love Limbo. The follow-up inside is also fab. Yeah, Limbo is one of my favourites. Obviously we've got Amiga software, so I think this will be a good. Well, black, I can't read the writing. I think what we'll do is we'll finish on an Amiga demo, shall we? What the hell was all the bloody kickstarts gone? Well, perhaps we won't finish on an Amiga demo. Not logged in. I'm not interested in logging in, thank you very much. Why is it all black? Let me close that and start again. Perhaps we won't. Well, that was full of... Anyway, obviously we won't start. Is that what we're going to use it for in the main mic? Yes, I'm going to use it for video editing and try and improve my pretty crap videos. I shall probably do some, or I will try to do a little bit of animation stuff with some Adobe software. I won't do music because I don't know anything about music. I've got absolutely no idea. I shall rely on other people, pinch their music, because I ain't got a clue, to be honest. Arcade launcher. Open. Would you like it? Yeah, go on then. So yeah, it'll be video files that I use it for. Are you in dark mode? Yeah. Oh. God only knows what it's doing now. Quit. Yeah, it's probably in dark mode. Dark mode. Let's be in dynamic. There you go. I can't see what the hell I'm doing. Nope, still in dark. Well, I did play this a little earlier, and it worked fine. Oh well, it's being stupid. I can't be bothered to mess about with it because I'm getting hungry. Peter, so I take it this emulation is x86 instruction in order to run the emulators, or are these native apps? Some are native, some aren't native. FSUE will be 68K, that's going back a long time, will be Intel code, x86. Word is obviously x86. I'm not sure if I've opened this, to be honest. Could be embarrassing if it don't work. Oh, there we go. Take a tour. What of Word? Do you remember making... I used to make websites briefly on Word. Create. Check for updates. Yeah, no. Everything on here... Metal is native because I clicked the native version. Geekbench, I'm not sure. That might be native. But FSUE definitely isn't. That's x86. Imovie is native. Everything from Apple is native on this machine at the moment, as far as I'm aware. But if I downloaded something off the web, I can't think of anything now. Amstrad loads. No, that's no good. Pages will be native, I assume, as with GarageBand. I don't know, I haven't tried GarageBand. Where is GarageBand? There we go. What's new in GarageBand? I don't know. Silicon. That answers that question then.